Alright, hi everybody, Doug Matuzak, Boa Basement, my cameraman Nick Riato, and I haven't shown him yet, but I picked up this beautiful hypo, orange tail hypo, Labrynth, back in April, and figured we'd just show him off with one of his future girlfriends, which is the orange tail hypo, silver Boa Basement, Lavender Albino Boa. And Nick's playing both cameraman and referee, trying to keep everybody in the playing field. But he was just commenting on how beautiful the reds are coming out in this Labrynth. You saw him what, about 3-4 months ago, something like that?
Yeah.
So we put a little bit more beef on him. He's also a yearling, so we hope to have him up and running for the 2020-2021 season. But, I mean, we're going to see two more beautiful animals in a box.
Can't imagine this in a crystal.
I could well, yeah, believe me, lavender crystals will be one thing we're shooting for in the future. Which means we'll probably have to get some dark genes involved in that too to really make the lavenders and purples pop in the actual crystal appearance. But who knows, it just might do it itself. But we always have to plan to try and get the best results we can, and we do it, and if it doesn't work out, then we go back to the drawing board and work with what worked and toss out what didn't. So this is again a beautiful male orange tail hypo Labrynth, and along with one of his future girlfriends. And if you could we can even try and sneak behind you for a second. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. See if we can get this girl out, because if this don't make things really explode. Watch out, baby. Okay, you get back in your spot. You go back there. Hopefully she's not in shed. But what I just put in...
Wow. My God.
What I just put in there, guys, is that's a world's first from last year. That is a Sun Dream Keltic. And I am the inventor of the Sun Dream, which is an orange tail hypo, a Pastel Dream, and a sharp strain albino boa. And what she has in her that really made her one of the most spectacular animals of the whole Sun Dream family I'm working with, and just what I'm working with period, is we put in the Keltic. And a Keltic is another very dark gene animal, somewhat similar to a Motley in terms of it has some blocky patterning on it. But overall, its background coloration as they mature also get very dark, and what that is going to lead us to do down the road is make sure we get IMG involved in the whole Sun Dream situation, and by itself, as well as layering that on top of Sun Dream Keltic or a Sun Dream Motley, and even Sun Dream Key West that I made the first of this year as well. But this is a pretty special box, I'd say. We'll let Nick give his opinions on what the hell's going on in this box at this time.
I can't get over this tail on the Sun Dream Keltic. I don't think the camera does it justice. I mean, absolutely 100% just filled in with color.
It's just saturated. I mean, that's the term
everywhere.
I use, and I've been using for years with the whole concept of the Sun Dream project. Back, I got old stuff on my website from 2009, maybe in 2008, that I talked about. I believe that we're going to eradicate as much white as possible on the albinos and just have saturated color. And to this date, the Sun Dream Keltic is the pinnacle of saturation that we've reached so far.
The only gap in color is going to be right around the tail. A little bit of white.
And that's probably because the hypo's in it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, don't most hypo sunglows have that ring around the tail?
Yeah.
So just even maybe a straight up Pastel Dream Albino Celtic would probably eliminate that ring around the tail. But hey, a little bit of white, just as more contrast to the whole this whole insanity that I'm producing over here. So it's a very special box of animals, and hopefully they all have great futures here.
This Celtic has a maroon sheen across the entire body, all over it, every inch, and a deep purple all down the sides. Just dark, very dark.
It's deep. I mean, and
yeah, very
anything
dark.
and everything you say about her, all I can do is agree with you, because we're all learning at the same time. This is the very first and only one in the entire world at this time. I hope to make more this upcoming season and get some available to those who want to work with such incredibly colorful animals. Well, still keeping it your normal size Colombian stuff.
I gotta tell you what, man, I'm excited for this Labrynth here. The amount of color coming through, there can't be a better gene to complement this. I mean, other than the Celtic, this Labrynth, these two, it doesn't get any better than that.
There'll be something else too, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's just stunning.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. It's kind of left both of us speechless. I mean, most people aren't putting out a lot of content on bows anymore, and we want to try and get back to getting out just some amazing things for people to look forward to, even if they want to do it. You know, I do ball pythons, but I mean, somewhere down the road people are just going to say, I want to do something just besides these ball pythons. And there are a boatload of still really unutilized genes in the world of boa constrictors that a lot of people have just ignored. And you know, I'm one who is going down the path because I just believe that some of these things can do amazing things, and what you see in this tub are a few examples of exactly, you know, what I've been implementing down here. So thank you very much guys, and we'll see you in the next video.